Hey everyone, it is Liz, and I'm back to do another reading. And this is, I guess, part two of Trump's impeachment trial. And, with my last reading that I did, I kind of saw that going the way it was going. With Mercury being retrograde, especially, I wasn't surprised with the delays and with the witness, bringing a witness and then changing their minds. And just, there was just a lot of, I don't know, even though he was not convicted, I have to say, the feeling I got just psychically was that, excuse me, this isn't over for Trump. And though Mitch McConnell's speech was most likely to try to hold on to his donors, right? His money, his funnel of money there. Who knows what's going to happen there? I mean, as I was watching Mitch McConnell, I honestly, for a moment there, because I can see auras really well, and I have to tell you, excuse me again, guys. I have to say, as I was watching Mitch McConnell, although a lot of what he was saying was to appease, right? Uh, the donors, the people with the money that are walking away, like the Koch brothers and people like that. I believe they are. I could be wrong, but I know there's a lot of people with money walking away, and these are conservatives that are just not going to do this with these people anymore. The 43 Republicans that chose to not convict, who knows about their future either. So what I did was, the way I saw Mitch McConnell was, I truly believe his aura was that of fear. He had like this very dark, almost like a dark brown aura and green around here and around here, and there was a lot of blue around like this area, which to me, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just get feelings from colors. I don't know what they say in the books, but when I look at colors, I get a feeling. And so when I saw the like darkness around him with that funky green around this area here, it's this level of just sick. I think he felt sick to his stomach, and I believe that Mitch McConnell was truly afraid for his life, and when he spoke about, this isn't done, we still can do something, that was a shout out to the new Attorney General Merrick Garland. So again, this thing for Trump, this he has his supporters who believe that this is going to keep going, and perhaps he will try. But the feeling I get, I did a reading to see just what's going to happen now, as far as the future of the Republican Party and the future for Trump, which for those of us that I think want to see some type of, karmic justice. I just want to see what's going on. So I did a quick little read. I am using my Sibylla Oracle cards. Here you go. Sibylla and Davina. These are really, it's a great way to learn how to read playing cards. I had friends that I used to work with when I worked in Salem, and a couple of them were really proficient at reading just playing cards, and they learned from their family, and it was just so accurate. So let's get started. I'm looking at where the situation has been in the past regarding Trump, regarding the Republican Party at this time. And I feel like with again, sorry about the coughing, my asthma's just been horrible lately, and my allergies. And not sure why, because we're getting snow. We're definitely getting some snow here. So, all right. So the first card I picked was the recent past. The first card of that is hope reversed. So in the recent past, we're looking at where the party has been, where Trump has been, and hope reversed is literally, that plans don't go as they were planned. I mean, it's like cancellation. The card of hope and upright is, it's hopefulness, it's being open. But when I feel like I pulled the card to clarify it. I pulled, ironically, it's a sincere friend, but a sincere friend is, how do I put this? It's reversed. Excuse me. I'm just looking at the vision here. These are people, I think, with the card of hope reverse, which is, this feeling of pulling away or plans that are canceled, along with this card of the sincere friend reversed. By the way, here you go. Sincere friend reversed. These are friends who are deliberately avoiding you. So I get this impression that, for example, look at Mitch McConnell. We know from what we've read in the news and what we've seen that, and even Fox News, I watched, like, I can only take like maybe like 5 minutes at the most, and I get even less than that sometimes when I'm watching. But even they said that, I think it might have been Chris Wallace, about Republicans avoiding him or pulling away from him. I was watching, I think it was George Stephanopoulos this morning, and even Chris Christie had no defense for this. So moving into the current situation with Donald J. Trump, who is now a citizen, and really he can be, by the way, what Mitch McConnell said is very true. He's he may be a private citizen, but he can still be punished for crimes that he committed while in office. So currently we have the card of trap. And that's, this is literally doubt, it's scams. This is, to me, it's legal issues. Okay. So that's his current state of mind. Literally, is Trump is in a place where he's thinking about, who wants to get me? He knows that New York is after him. Georgia's after him. This is just the beginning. We've got this card here of a dark-haired woman next to the card of trap. And so usually the dark-haired woman is a very good listener. She's a reliable person. She's a reliable she or he. This is someone with good intentions. This is someone who is either giving advice or receiving advice. And to me, it seems to me that in this position, I hear the words, I can hear Nikki Haley. And I feel like even though Nikki Haley did a complete 180, right? But she did come out and finally say, Trump incited, this insurrection. It's his fault. If it weren't for Trump, it wouldn't have happened. She said that. And so I don't know if he's consulting with her, but I think that a lot of people, to me, I think that they don't want to be trapped, literally, with that card of trapped. I mean, if you look up the card, they don't want to be stuck with this guy because they see him as a scam artist, a con artist. So moving into the immediate future of what's going down for Trump, and even as I say, some of these, some of the Republicans that, even after the insurrection, there will be consequences, whether it happens now or it happens, when it's all time for us to vote. But moving into his immediate future, he does have the card of surprise along with the card of the pensioner. So the card of surprise is literally, it's a surprise. It can be a breakthrough. It can also mean great success. And that's his immediate future. But it also, because it's surprise, and it can be a breakthrough. It can also be, because of the clarification card, it's not so positive because you've got this pensioner vibration, and he's upright. It's a very rich, selfish person. It's a rich, selfish man. And I feel like what is happening here is there is, in his mind, he's not changing the way he is. He's in a place in his life where he's still very self-absorbed. He thinks that he just got away with everything and that he's lucky. So, I think that there's going to be the surprise. I kind of guess that it's not a guess. It's the way I'm looking at the pictures and the cards here. It's the look on the woman's face. It's money, it could be that he owes money, that with the surprise, if you look on her face, it's not like she's happy. It depends on how you see her, but I do know that, in fact, I just got myself a new book on reading playing cards. And this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of hearts. Okay, so the 9 of hearts, which is upright. Hold on, guys. I want to tell you the 9 of hearts. No, not clubs, hearts. Let's see. Hold on, guys. This is, here we go. Okay, so the wish card, traditionally considered to be a very lucky omen when it's in a positive position. It can also be pride, too much pride. It's like a karmic it's a reaping karmic it's reaping karmic rewards in this situation. To me, when I look at the pensioner, I feel like Trump is probably in trouble. The feeling I get, with money that he owes, and that the surprise isn't a pleasant surprise. Even though the card is upright, I still get this feeling that it's not a pleasant surprise, although he may see something. Like, sometimes I have this feeling with Trump, and I think it's obviously true, that he obviously isn't living in the real world, and he chooses to only see what he wants to see, which is sad. So basically, in his immediate future, I think he's expecting a surprise, or he is surprised and taken off guard, and it could have to do with this man here, or a woman, or a group of people who are basically, again, I just want to see this. It's someone who's really selfish like Trump. And I think that there's someone who, I kind of get this impression with the picture, that someone who is like, either it's Russia, or it's like, it's mob, it's criminal. I just get this impression that it's this, he's doing something that's not kosher, because his current state of mind, this is where Trump is literally right now. And he comes up as a blonde woman reverse, which is sometimes the other woman. This is deceitful. This is blatantly deceitful. I mean, I think that Trump thinks that, when she's upright, she's cunning. She's got secrets that she's hiding. And she's cunning. She's seductive. She lies, but she does it with a lot of panache, but when it's reversed, it's the complete antithesis, so whatever ideas Trump is coming up with, and, even right now, unfortunately, he is seen as not necessarily the other woman, but people are ashamed of him. I mean, honestly, there are a lot of Republicans that I read this morning. It might have been the Washington Post, where a lot of Republicans said that if this had been like a silent type of vote where their names didn't have to come out, they would have voted to convict, according to this article I read. Anyway, clarifying Trump's state of mind is literally, we have a card of some money, which is this. Here, take a look at him. It can be a humbling card, like it forces you to be humble, but sometimes when I look at the picture on the card, this card has this tendency, because it says some money. So in my mind, when I look at this, I think, well, you got a little bit of money, but you don't have a lot. And so it's like starting something, but you don't finish it. It's his mindset is that, I think that he might be a little ADD. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's dementia. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But what I get with him is that he's in a situation in his mind right now where he doesn't see he's making bad decisions. He's not recognizing that the universe is warning him that there is literally, I feel in my mind, that things that he didn't, like whatever projects he started, he's not going to finish. But I also feel like he's not paying people once again. And that's going to become a problem for him as well. And so moving into his environment, how Trump is affecting his environment and vice versa. We have the card of love, which is reversed. And that's what's happening to him. And this is coming up. If you look at the card of love, upright, it's love, it's being loved and accepted, right? It's all that good stuff. When it's reversed, it's literally the opposite. People are avoiding you. So in Trump's environment, it may not happen right away, but I think that it's going to be a time where things start to get a little bit more challenging for the Republican Party, and for those senators who chose not to convict. And not just that, but the senators that, even after we all knew Biden was going to be called the next president, they were trying to make asses of themselves. Even after the insurrection, it was offensive. So, what I'm seeing in the environment for Trump, and I think a few other Republicans, is the card of love reverse, which is losing interest. There's apathy going on here. And then you've got this card of quarrel, which is literally, look at that, heated arguments, fights. It's not good. This infighting in the party is going to destroy whatever the Republican Party used to be. It's no longer the party of Lincoln. Maybe we have, there are a few conservatives that still believe that, I look at like someone like Mitt Romney, even the 7 Republicans that convicted. To me, there's that's a glimmer of hope, you know? So I do believe that in the environment in the future, Trump loses, people lose interest in him, people pull away from him. There will be a lot of fighting, unhealthy competition. There's going to be, this is like the breakup card. So it's, to me, it's people separating themselves from Donald Trump. And so the advice from this reading from Spirit, the advice is interesting. You have the card of anger, and she's reversed, which is all about it's retaliation, it's childish behavior. We're being warned by Spirit that his temper tantrums are. We'll hear about his temper tantrums. With the anger card reversed, it's literally this really unstable, childish behavior. It's honestly, he's trying to make himself relevant down the road. And what's happening is with the card of absence, he is becoming less relevant. He's becoming less relevant. And that's because the way I see this card here, absence, it's, yeah, it is a breakup. It's misunderstandings. It's regret. So Spirit seems to be saying that don't be surprised if we notice that he is beginning to retaliate and say and do things that are outlandish as he used to do. But don't be surprised if you see people pulling away from him, more Republicans distancing themselves from him. And also with this card of absence, a lot of regret. So I do, with the outcome, what I saw was the first card was the trip to the country. And it can be a lovely card, but in this situation, it's more like unforeseen situations coming into Trump's life where he feels like he has to run. Remember, I brought this up before. I don't know if he's going to run away, but I feel like where he's living now, he may have to move, by the way, or leave Mar-a-Lago. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I'm seeing because it looks like he's in a rut. I mean, the situation can be like, it's almost like a unexpected type of trip or a journey, because you're in a rut. But the clarification card was a dark-haired man, but he's reversed. So this is, when he's reversed, it's literally, when he's upright, this is a man with integrity. This is a man that we can trust. This is, someone's a friend, a son, a lover, somebody we can count on. He looks like he's just a proper gentleman, a father man, a family man, someone who helps. But when he's reversed, there's lack of integrity. There's failure to complete any projects. This is the card, when reversed, is called the traitor card. So what I can say is, just with these few cards here, he's going to have a tough time. I think that at first, a lot of people will pretend he still has his people. He still obviously has his people. But you're going to notice in the near future, there are some people who are deliberately, with the trap card, pulling away from him because they don't want to get caught in his web. They don't want to be a part of. He's seen as an albatross, and even in his immediate future, when he starts to think that everything's okay and everything is safe, he needs to be careful of men and women that he owes money to. Not just here in America, but all over the world. And the last card I pulled, by the way, I wanted to look at the bottom card. And the bottom card I pulled was, because I always want to see, like, what is the clear message? And we got the card of Protector, but Protector is reverse, which means that there's, again, with no follow through. Isn't that interesting? I'll just put that down there. This is not following through with something. Now, when he is upright, he's a reliable. But the Protector is someone that starts something and finishes it. He or she protects us. He takes care of being responsible. It's all about making us feel safe. The bottom, the reverse card is not following through. It's a very unreliable vibration, and it's literally a vibration of failure. So to me, there is going to be, without seeing anything major I see just a lot of people pulling away from Trump. I feel as though he's going to be fooled into, I think he's going to make a real fool of himself. as he continues to believe that he's got these great ideas that he's expressing. I feel like he's going to go look for money, and people are going to, I feel like he's going to try to deceive people and try to keep getting away with not paying people. He doesn't know what humility means. And so we're going to notice that there will be, you will see, as I said before, sometime down the road, more infighting. People have apathy. They're pulling away from him, and there's going to be infighting in the Republican Party is going to get very heated. Okay, remember I said this, and that, honestly, the advice from Spirit once again is that, these people need to really, I mean, it's almost like they're being like petty little children, and their anger is distancing themselves more and more from Trump, to the point where, somebody, more than one person here is seen as a failure. Trump is seen as a failure. He's seen as a traitor, and there's going to be more than one person. I believe, before I end this, I believe that there will be other people called as traitors down the road, or people that, like Trump, failed to do their job. Okay, and again, with the last card of the Protector reversed, unfortunately, I don't think Trump is going to get the help he needs anymore. Or, I mean, the lawyers he hired for his impeachment trial, I don't know if you heard this, but these are the kind of guys that do car crashes, and things like that. So that they don't know anything about what they didn't know about what they were talking about. So anyway, if you guys have any questions and there's something you want to ask me, let's get some questions going. Anything about Trump that you want to know, we can look at him if you want to. Anything about the Republicans, if there are issues you want me to look at, please, you can email me, you can message me here, or leave feedback here. And also, I am booking readings, so I will post my information below. And I hope this reading was interesting. I hope it made a little bit of sense. And stay safe, wear your masks, and blessings to all. And oh yeah, share my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do. I would love that. I'm really trying to grow this channel. So again, blessings. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.